Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Another top 5 list that I've made, and this one has to do with the streets of Nanning or China. It's pretty well everywhere, except for maybe first tier cities. I'm in the third tier city in Nanning, southern Guangxi province, so it's a little bit different. There you go with the spitting. Anyway, it's a little bit different than the first tier cities. Well, a lot different. It's like the Wild West of the streets. But the number 5 gripe I guess I have about, boy, another negative video. The number 5 gripe I have about the streets of China is that there are rules, there are laws, but nobody goes by these rules and laws. If there's not a traffic camera around, the police don't stop vehicles. So they really never catch anybody for drunk driving, and people drink a lot and drive a lot. They do U-turns in the middle of the street. They run red lights. They just don't go by the rules and regulations of the road. It's like they just don't, and it's the way it is. The number 4 is honking. Well, I think this stems back to the driver's exam, because like when I was taking my Chinese driver's license exam, when you're passing somebody on the highway, you honk to let them know that you're there and you're passing them. You're passing somebody in the city and there's 2 lanes. As you pass them, before you get to his back bumper, you're supposed to honk. So you let them know. So honking, and then the e-bikes, everybody's honking. When the red light, there's a whole bunch of people sitting there at a red light. And then when the light turns green, everybody honks, because they want everybody to move faster. Well, or they think they're the only one that can see that the light turned green, I better let everybody else know. I don't know, but honking is everywhere, and it's all day, all night. You can hear it when you're trying to sleep at night. There's honking on the streets. At 5 o'clock in the morning, there's honking, and I don't think they need to do that. That's a gripe. It wakes me up at night. Anyway, number 3. This one's a strange one. Old people in China figure that they can walk on the street 3 abreast and stop traffic. And so they're walking down the street, and of course the cars and the bikes are honking at them, and because they're old, I'm old, I can walk wherever I want, you have to wait for me, I was here first. It's the mentality of these older people. They think that they can do anything that they want or walk anywhere that they want, and everybody just has to put up with them, and they do. Chinese are pretty, I don't know, patient people, because if somebody did that older people did that in Canada or the United States, Europe, somebody might run over them, get mad, road rage or whatever, but they just don't do that here. So, and there's a sidewalk right beside, a nice brand new sidewalk, and the old people will walk on the street. I don't know if they do it because they want to be difficult, or I really don't. It doesn't make any sense. But that's number 3 on the list of the 5 most, I don't know, frustrating road things in China. So number 2, I can't see you. Oh, people will drive their bike and you're coming this way and they'll look the other way so they don't see you. But because if they see you, then they have to acknowledge that you're there, and they might have to slow down or stop and let you go first. So or they'll cut you off. I don't see you, or a car's coming, and unless you make eye contact with him, he won't stop. So I try to make eye contact with the cars, but bikes or pedestrians do the same thing. I can't see you. It's stupid. I know. I don't know. But I see, and I've tested this a number of times, and they actually do see you, because I keep going with my e-bike. I know how quickly I can stop, but I go like I'm not going to stop, and at the last second, oh yeah, they see you, they stop, or oh yeah, they see you. So people in China, if they can say, oh, I can't see you, and go first, because everybody in China wants to go first. I don't know if it's because there's so many people, and if you wait for your turn, it will never come, because there's always going to be somebody cutting in front of you. So I think it's just a mechanism they use so that they don't have to wait and wait and wait and take their turn. So, and that's number 2 on my, I don't know, the list of things that frustrate me on the street. And the number 1 most frustrating thing is people with their cars. They park in the middle of the street and play with their cell phones. Not only do they park in the middle of the street and play with their cell phones, I've seen them park in the middle of off-ramps on highways playing with their cell phone. Well, I was here first, you can wait. And people are piling up behind, and of course, horns are honking. They'll park in the bike lane, in the middle of the bike lane, so nobody can go. And they're sitting there playing on their cell phones. And nobody does anything because police don't stop you. People are patient. They don't want to get into a fight over losing a couple of minutes, having to go around these people. They don't know who these people are. Maybe they're a government official, depending on what they're driving, especially if it's a Mercedes-Benz or something like that. Well, you wonder what influence they have. So it's better to just not get into a squabble with somebody. But, these people with vehicles, they park anywhere they want to, in the middle of the street, in the middle of off-ramps, in the middle of the bike lanes, and just play with their cell phones. And they'll sit there for a half an hour sometimes, or an hour, playing with their cell phones. So that's my that's my 5 most frustrating streets of China, frustrating things that just piss me off. Anyway, that's another short video from Gweilo 60. I hope you like it. And if you do, of course, subscribe, like, comment, and if you find me on Facebook, share. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye now.